guys, welcome back to
my channel.
I'm super excited about today's video because it is a video that I wish was around whenever I started on this whole voyage. I had no guide, I had no mentors, I had no friends or models. I just kind of like had a goal and wanted to fucking accomplish it, you know. Okay, so I'm just gonna dive in this shit today because she actually has notes. Hopefully this isn't 30 years long, but a bitch can never shut up, so there's no guarantees. So let's jump in. All right, so my story all started with a phone call to my mom. I was in between classes in college. It was my second year of college, and I was just like, it just felt very like not for me, and I knew that there was other things that I wanted to do, or at least try to do and not have regrets about not attempting. So I remember I was sitting in the library and I just started like crying. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just knew that there was something else that I wanted to do. So I called my mom. Keep in mind, my mother is someone who got a full ride scholastic scholarship to a private school in Boston, was on Dean's List, valedictorian, very educated woman. I call her and I'm like crying and I tell her, you know, I'm not coming back to school. She's like, you know what? Oh my gosh, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not coming back. Like, this is my last day here. I'm going to move to LA and pursue modeling, and I ain't coming back. So long story short, bitch, I ain't coming back. She told me, you know, finish this year out and then we'll go from there. That's the number one thing that I would tell you. You have to move to a city that has opportunity. In St. Louis, there was just no opportunity for me to have the career that I wanted in the industry that I wanted to be in. So, you know, if you're in Kansas somewhere or you're in Wyoming or whatever, you're probably going to have to leave your hometown if you want to become a model. Studios are only shooting really in big cities. I'm not saying you can't book some jobs, but you're not going to be able to make it your full-time career, like fully living and being fully sustainable on modeling. So move to a city with opportunity, that's number one. So once you get to that city, once you're in LA, like what the fuck do you do? That was the problem I had. I landed in LA and I'm like, okay, well, where's the bitch go from here? I didn't know anyone, I had no connections, nothing. I was just in this city, had no idea how I was going to get anywhere. The first thing that I started doing is building my portfolio. I'm laughing because I have my original portfolio that I moved to LA with. Oh, it's so embarrassing, you guys. It's so embarrassing and so tragic, but I thought I was killing them with this portfolio, y'all. I was like, oh, she's gonna be in Vogue, okay? Looking back, this is literally the most god-awful fucking portfolio I could have ever came with. But I didn't know that. You know, you don't know that in the moment, especially coming from a small city. I only had access to St. Louis photographers, which there's a lot more better photographers there now. Keep in mind, this was like 8-9 years ago now at this point. I'm gonna show you guys some of the pictures in this at the end of the video. I'll tell you guys why it's so bad, So a lot of people who DM me and are like, how did you become a model? I'm trying to become a model. What did you do? No. They'll send me pictures that they're using to build their portfolios. And you guys, some of them were just so god awful. This is no shade, no judgment, because baby girl, I was right there with you. Like, looking back at this, like, we're on the same fucking page. We're on the same level. But you have to be able to, one, accept constructive criticism and know when your work is not it. When I moved to LA, I was visiting agencies with this portfolio, which, why did I do that to myself? You know, I started looking at other models' portfolios. I started looking at other, you know, photographers and realizing like my work does not look like that. Like, this does not look like any of the work. Models who are getting booked or going on agencies' websites and seeing how those models' portfolio's looked. Like, this was not it. This was not it. Some people are not very self-aware, and I instantly knew like this is trash. So anyways, building a strong portfolio. How do you do that? Only work, you want your portfolio to be filled with images that could be in a magazine. If a picture could not be in a like magazine spread, don't include it in your portfolio. High quality, beautiful images, a mix of images, some beauty shots, some editorial shots. You want to show your versatility in your portfolio. And you want a bunch of different photographers and different styles. You don't want to do one shoot and that's your portfolio. If you have to invest in yourself and you have to pay photographers to work with you, then that's what you have to do. I was really lucky that when I moved here, a lot of really amazing photographers were willing to collab with me for free. So that's another thing, is shoot your shot. DM photographers. Hey, I love your work. Would you like to collab? That's all you have to say. You're gonna say yes or no. So maybe go to a model whose work you think is beautiful and look at the photographer she's working with. Hit them up. do not just shoot with someone because they will shoot you for free. They're gonna post you on their page, and then that image is gonna be out there, and what's just on the internet, it's not going away. So just make sure that the content that you're putting out there and building your portfolio with is with respectable people, high quality work that, again, like you could see in a magazine. That's what you wanna aim for. Another huge tip that I can give you is to build up your social media, which helped me a lot. When I moved out to LA, I had like a few hundred followers, probably like 400 or 500 followers. And I was just posting like stupid shit that people posted when Instagram was like kind of new. You know, your dinner, your a tree, whatever, random shit. When I first moved to LA, the first question people was asking was, let me see your Instagram. Even agencies, let me see your Instagram. Let me see your Instagram, let me see your Instagram. Every time you meet someone, what's your Instagram, what's your Instagram? So I'm like, fuck. And I realized that it's a business tool out here, which I had never really thought of my Instagram as a business tool, which it 100% is. And the first, you know, my photographers who I linked up with was from my Instagram, building my portfolio from my Instagram. Some of the first jobs that I booked were from my Instagram. So build that up. Post your most high quality work. Now my Instagram's like lifestyle and just random fucking pictures, but when I was trying to build my portfolio, the only thing that I was posting on my page was modeling photos. That's it. Use hashtags. Use the appropriate hashtags. Hashtag LA model, hashtag, you know, beauty, hashtag, whatever. Use the appropriate hashtags so people can find your work. Be consistent. Keep posting that work. People are going to see it. It doesn't matter about likes, it doesn't matter about anything. I promise you, people are looking. I got some big jobs when I only had 1,000 followers and was getting like barely any likes. I promise you, people are watching. Stay consistent and just keep posting and building that shit up. Okay, so at this point I had like a really good portfolio built up, and I was kind of like growing a little bit more my social media. Like my followers are getting to more photographers and brands, and I was kind of like cultivating my little online family and presence. So that's a really big thing. You have to study your craft, you guys. You have to. You cannot expect people to pay you if you do not know your angles, do not know posing, do not know fluidity, body movement. You have to study your craft. Being pretty is not enough. There's so many gorgeous women out here who can't book a job to save their life, or who book like a job a month. You can't live on that shit, honey. So you have to be able to move and be fluid and know your angles, know what your most flattering positions are. You need to know how to show off products. You need to know, I've booked some jewelry campaigns. It's very different from modeling handbags. That's very different from modeling a dress. That's very different from beauty. You have to know all those things. Do your work. Study, study, study. Modeling is not just taking pictures, it is an entire craft, and you have to know it. So study that shit. Another big tip is, even if you're shooting for free, no matter what, bring your A game. Even when you're collabing with photographers. When I was first building my portfolio, I shot with this guy named Cliff, who so talented, just a collaboration shoot, there was no money involved or anything. And later down the line, he photographs for some big brands, and he actually ended up contacting me, being like, hey, I'm casting for a swim campaign that I'm shooting, and I would love to have you, blah, blah, blah. So free relationships can turn into jobs. So no matter what, even just a fun collab shoot, bitch, bring your A game. Like, you have to, every opportunity that you get in front of a camera can lead to work. Even if it's not in that moment, even if it's not 6 months, even if it's not a year, those people, they remember that shit. So now I was getting hit up by some brands here and there to work for them off my Instagram. So your first few shoots are really crucial. You really want to impress everyone on set. That makeup artist that you're working with, they could have a job for you. A lot of times makeup artists or hairstylists actually do castings because they work for so many models with brands that they have relationships with. So I made sure those first couple paying jobs that I got, bitch, I was there and modeling like I had never done it before. I was making connections with everyone on set. I was just trying to do my absolute best. Because guess what? Those little couple jobs turned into more jobs. And I was getting hit up like, oh, you worked with so-and-so, I saw you on this brand's page or whatever. Like, once you get those first couple jobs, for me, I felt like it kind of got the ball rolling. Every single job, act like it's your last. No matter if it's something stupid, if the rate isn't, what you really wanted, it doesn't matter. When you agree to show up to set, bitch, you work. So at this point, I had a few jobs under my belt. I had kind of built my social media a little bit, like, booking some jobs at this point. Not consistently, I still had another job. My main goal though was I wanted to quit my job that I had and be a full-time model. A huge thing that helped me out was I got on a site called New Book. This is not sponsored at all. This is just a huge thing that a lot of people don't know about. It's basically like an app modeling agency. I mean, not really an agency. It's basically just an app that you get on. You upload your portfolio. You have to be approved and do video calls. If you've never worked as a model, they're not going to approve you. This is something that you do like once you have had some clients and experience. It's like have a pretty good portfolio because they review all your photos and everything. So I got approved and I got on the site on this app called New Book. And it's basically like huge brands book from there. Thousands of brands book on here. So it's an agency, but you're independent. You know, you handle all your stuff yourself. I believe you're supposed to take a percentage, but maybe the first job I'll let them take their percentage, and then once I build a relationship with the client, we just book direct. So at this point, I was, booking kind of consistent jobs. A lot of the jobs that I was booking were from people who I had met on other sets and other brands that I worked for. So that was really, really important for me. Like, I can't stress how important it is enough to slay every fucking set that you are on and build relationships with everyone on set. That is like very key. Like, I always joke with my boyfriend, I'm like, once they shoot with me once, I got them. Like, that's what's always happened is I've had one shoot with a company and then they're like, oh my God, we loved you. We want to use you for this, and this. I got a lot of my work. So once brands start hitting you up, like to work for them, you have to decide what your rate will be. A lot of brands will hit you up and be like, hi, what is your day rate? Or what's your hourly rate? For me, this is the hardest part about managing myself. It's a business. When you are a model, especially when it's your full-time job, you're running a full business. I handle any contracts. I handle all the talk about money, which is so uncomfortable, but it has to be done. It's a job, you have to discuss money. In the beginning, it was super fucking uncomfortable for me. Now, bitch, like, this is the rate, here it is, which you'll get to at that point when you get a little bit like more comfortable. So everyone's rates are different. Good thing about when you're not with agencies, they don't take a percentage. So I get to keep all of my money. So I am able to set my rate a little bit lower than like an agency side model, and we'll still end up making pretty much the same amount because they have to give 20%. So you have to just decide accordingly, like as jobs come. As I get more and more busy, my rate keeps going up and up because it's not worth it for me to be shooting crazy 5 days a week at a lower rate when I could raise the rate a lot and shoot 2 days a week, which is kind of like what I do now.
Before coronavirus, because now I've been doing nothing.
So fast forward, I've been shooting a little bit for about probably like 8 or 9 months, pretty consistently at this point. So now this brings us up to like 4 months ago. I was just swamped with my actual job, which I was working 3 days a week as a stylist and modeling. I was shooting, before I was going into that other job, I was shooting on all of my off days. I was literally working 7 days a week. So at this point, once you feel like you have consistent work, you have to take the plunge and trust in yourself and in your journey and believe in your fucking goals and that it's gonna happen for you. Because the reason that I wasn't quitting my full-time job was literally just fear. I was like, fuck, modeling's not consistent. It is not a for sure paycheck. It is not like going and knowing, I'm gonna get this every 2 weeks, I'm gonna get this every week. It is not that. It is being an entrepreneur. It is not a for sure paycheck. So that kept me very fearful, even after working consistently for 6 to 8 months. It took a lot in me to finally just take the plunge. I literally woke up one morning and I just quit my job. I was like, you're never gonna get to where you wanna be if you let fear hold you back. And fear is a fucking bitch. She has been a bitch to me in my life and my goals, and she is always like sitting on my shoulder talking to me. But you have to just cancel that voice out. Nothing is guaranteed in life. My boyfriend was so shocked because he knows how I like hate the unknown, hate unpredictable shit. So I woke up one morning and I was like, I quit my job and I'm going to model full time. That has been great. Granted, obviously I'm not working right now because of fucking coronavirus. You just have to like believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is gonna believe in yourself. And the weirdest thing was, as soon as I quit my job, literally I think that day, I got another opportunity to shoot weekly with a brand. You have to make room in your life for blessings. If you haven't opened up space for more good to come into your life, it's not gonna happen. You haven't allowed a place for that to fit. Okay, and then I just wanna add in, to not get discouraged through this whole like journey you're going through. Everyone's journey is different. Don't let some no's hinder you. When I first came out here with this, a lot of people, everyone told me no. All the agencies I went to see, like, you need more followers, which is a huge thing I hate about agencies out here. It's a numbers game. A lot of women get signed solely because they have Instagram followers. Or you're too short. I'm not short, I'm curvy, I have tattoos, and it didn't matter to me because I knew I was gonna make a way. No matter how many people tell you no, no matter how
this, lose weight, gain weight, do this, do that.
Stay true to yourself and know what you have to offer. Know what you have is unique and can't nobody else like replace that. There's so many fucking beautiful women in the world, but I know there's only one me. And of all the beautiful women, like there's not another Athena. And there's a lot of power in that. So you have to know that about yourself too. Fuck if 100 people told you no. Fuck if someone said you got gap teeth. Fuck if someone says you have a big nose. Fuck if someone says you, whatever they say, like it doesn't matter, because you know that you're gonna prove them wrong, and it's gonna be a really fucking sweet moment when you do. The no's make the yeses so much sweeter. And a long story short, key things that I did was move to a city with opportunity. I built up my social media and connected with great photographers to build my portfolio of photos that I felt like could be in magazines, that showed like how versatile I am. And you know, working for free while you build your craft, you have to do a lot of shooting to know your angles and to know your posing and to know how to work for a brand. Because the thing is, IG modeling has taken over. Once you get on set, if you're just used to kind of doing pictures for your friends and for your page, you're going to realize really quick, showing off product, when you're a model, you're modeling product. It's not about you. So modeling product and listening to a customer, listening to a brand, and you know, producing what they want is very different from just taking pics with your friends or whatever. So make sure that you are really practicing that. And like once you get that first job, you guys act like it's your last. Network with everyone on set. Yeah, the models may be bitchy, which I come across a lot, and may not want to talk to you, but guess what? Talk to the creative director, talk to the photographer, talk to the makeup and hair artist, and slay. Like, work your fucking hardest. Do not complain. Be there, be happy, be present, and deliver whatever the client wants you to deliver. Doesn't matter how ugly. I modeled some ugly ass shit, y'all. Some ugly ass shit. But guess what? When I put it on and I get in front of that camera, it's the fucking most beautiful dress you've ever seen, and I'm gonna make you wanna buy it. That is your job as a model. Just remember that this job could lead to 50 more. So that's basically the little condensed baby version of how I became a full-time model. Yeah, I hope it helps some of you guys out. I know that this is a very like unpredictable journey. You just have to kind of figure it out yourself. I had no one to mentor me, no friends that were models or anything when I was doing this. So I wish I would have had a bitch like me to be like, girl, this is what you're doing wrong. And yeah, I hope it helps some of you guys out. Ooh, y'all, now for the juicy part. I'm gonna show you guys the portfolio that I moved to LA with, that I thought I was
fucking shitting on these hoes with
this. I can't even tell you. I was like,
yes, Vogue, Elle, Marie Claire, fucking Paper Mag,
yeah. I was probably like 17 to 19 these photos. Okay, so the first one. For one, the reason why all of these are horrible is, I mean, so many fucking reasons. But is one, they weren't printed out in high quality, so that's another thing when you're printing out your portfolio. You need to make sure that is like in the highest quality that you can print out, the highest resolution. I don't know. Half my head was cut off. Like, why? What was that? I don't know. Like, this one could have potentially been okay. This could have actually potentially been a good portfolio shot had it been like higher quality. I'm pretty sure I like screenshotted it. I don't know. This, I mean, you guys, this was like a senior photo. Like, what was I doing with this? Like Johnston's high school portraits. Come on. Again, you guys, I had this in my portfolio. Can we just discuss why I had a photo where I was like this? Hey guys, it's Athena, fucking book me for your next campaign. Can't, like, why? Okay, so there was that. And you guys, it was just bad. It was bad. I'm not even gonna show that. And it's like, I'm not trying to say that these are bad photos in general. They are. They are just horrible for a portfolio. The quality, the lighting in this is bad. And this was like a real photographer who shot these, and it's all about taste level. No offense to St. Louis photographers, there's some really great ones, but a lot of photographers in St. Louis, like, they shoot Midwest style photography. It's not, you know, up there to par with LA and New York photographers. Keep that in mind. Okay, I mean, the quality in these, I don't know if you guys can see. This was a banner photo on my Facebook. You can see the line. There was 4 photos in this. I took these 2 because clearly I liked them the best. Cropped it and made it, I don't know, the pixelation, this literally looks like this was taken with the iPhone 1. Like, what is this? It's sideways. It's so bad. It's a collage photo. Guys, sideways. And over here we got another high school high school senior portrait. So this was like genuinely the worst, most embarrassing self-sabotaging thing I could have done for my career. You live and you learn. This is just really funny to look back on and laugh, you guys. This one. Why did I fucking put this mugshot? This was a cropped photo. This was actually a whole photo, and I guess her face, I thought I was like, oh, I must have thought I was looking real good, honey, because she just went up and did that little crop and was like, hey,
Great portfolio photo, honey.
oh my God. Yeah, don't be like me. All right, those were the days, weren't they? Yeah. So you live and you learn. Also, if you have a shitty portfolio like this right now, currently, that you're trying to update and redo, save these photos. I look back at these, I'm like, Jesus Christ, the fucking growth. The
Growth.
I appreciate how much better I've gotten. You don't even realize when life is, you know, going along, you don't realize how much you've progressed. I pretty much peed my pants when I first cracked this open. Not that they're like the world's ugliest photos, but I mean, for a fucking portfolio to like book jobs as a real model, it's like, what was I doing? I hope that you were able to get something out of that. So yeah, bye.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Oh, how are you always here?